Welcome to the swamp, home of the Florida Gators, and we've long been told it is here that only the Gators get out alive. Today, two teams collide in an old-fashioned SEC showdown. As we'll see, the Alabama Crimson Tide taking on the #1 team in the land, the Florida Gators. 48 Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack, and Jesse Palmer with me. Guys, it's time to get it going. Alabama about to kick off to get things started. And they thought about a return, then thought better of it. They'll bring it out to the 25. Florida's offense takes the field for the first time today. Sometimes you sense that what the kids call swagger is a false bravado. This dude is nothing but real at wide receiver.
He's got that speed, and it just, you see DBs, they're probably watching him come on the field right now, and they understand it's going to be a long game. This guy can go get it. He can run. He can do a little bit of everything at the wide receiver spot.
Finds that crease, and he's got 4 out to the 29. These guys have really performed at a high level in SEC play, and the task is to try to keep this groove going.
Yeah, when you start the season like this, man, this is exactly what you drew up. Win your conference, be great in your conference, get to the conference championship. I'm not putting the cart before the horse, Palmer, but great start.
No doubt. To win the SEC is a long road. You know about that. I know about that personally, and they just got to take one game at a time. They've done an outstanding job of doing that this year.
Gets it out fast. At the 40, there he goes. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they have a first down at the 43.
And a big key on that throw to the slot receiver, guys, is putting the ball out in front. The location of the throw is what helped that guy get extra yards after the catch.
Offense lines up for a 1st and 10 from the 43. He leaves it with his back. Not much working there. It'll be 2nd and 9.
Yeah, and the running back didn't get much here, but, you know, you clearly want to always establish the tempo, run the football, be consistent, make that defense physically meet the challenge.
Wide out in motion. Receiver on the move gets the touch pass. Across the 45. Can anyone catch him? Touchdown, Florida! And once he found open space, the band might as well start playing.
This offense is so good. Man, they can hurt you in so many different ways, and they do it so quick, so explosive. They can put small drives together, big drives together. They've really had a great year, and that's why they're a top 10 offense.
Lining up for the PAT. And the PAT makes it 7-0. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And the scoring play coming on a 56-yard touchdown pass. Fielded in the end zone, it's Knight. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. So Alabama's offense will go to work for the first time today. This one has all the makings of an old-fashioned shootout, David, especially with a couple of signal callers who can play like this.
Well, and it's so great when you're a quarterback because you want to stack up against the best. And these guys going at it tick for tack, it will be really fun to see which one of these guys rises to the top.
And it's not great when you're a defense in this game. You've got to find a way to get pressure on these guys, maybe get a takeaway. You got to break serve. It's like a tennis match.
That play just never had a chance. They knock him down for a loss of 5.
Well, just nothing doing on that last run. They knew coming into this one they were going to be challenged, right? This is one of the best defenses in all of college football. For them to have any shot, they're going to have to do a lot better running the football.
I don't think that's the way they drew it up. Incomplete. You can barely hear yourself thinking here as they're trying to get this defense off to a good start. On 3rd and long, you'll have to turn it loose deep. And he will be sacked at the 6-yard line.
Well, that's not Lamar Jackson back there scrambling around. This is a guy the defense felt like if we can get him out of the pocket and flush him, we can get after him and chase him, bring him down. They did that one pretty easy and get the sack.
Alabama will bring the punt team on the field. Bring it out. They got stuck in reverse. They hope the punt can bail them out. He gets it away from his own end zone. Looking for a block. It's Abrams. He was able to get that ball up to the 48-yard line before he stopped on the return. Florida has the ball back, and here comes the offense. Jesse looking to take it down the field for back-to-back touchdowns.
I think it's really important for them moving forward, too, to have a lot of bounce, right? You want to be able to keep this defense guessing, Paul.
Yeah, and you got me searching for answers after that last drive. You stack another drive on top of this, their defense's heads are going to be spinning all over the place.
They'll put it in play from the 40 on 1st and 10.
Okay, the subs are in the front.
He's looking to throw it. And he's all bottled up, and now it's worse. The ball's loose. Defense coming up with a huge fumble recovery.
You know, as quarterbacks, you've got to be good in the pocket. Even when things are collapsing and you've got guys swiping at it, you've got to have 2 hands on the football. Didn't do a really good job with ball security there, and that led to the fumble.
From the gun, running back gets to give. Really nice stop there from this senior leader.
Man, that D-tackle is a freak athlete. Did you see him come out of his stance and beat the offensive lineman, getting to the running back? Cat-like quickness.
Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. He's looking to throw. Makes the grab over the middle. They make the stop right there. Good pickup, but still short of the first down.
In college football, you see this a ton now.
Just now.
The passing game, basically is the running game. Get a few yards, get your offense ahead of the sticks, keeps it on pace for success.
Here comes this home crowd as the defense tries to get off the field on 3rd down. They'll try to run for it. Nowhere to run on that one. He loses 4 on the carry. Looks as if the Tide will punt it away.
Hey, what's up?
Not going to get a chance to field that one, and will bounce out of bounds.
Dude, how about that boom? I mean, you talk about power. That dude just booted that
stop
thing
jumping, boy.
across the field, completely flipping the field position and getting it down inside the 10. That is a nice job by that punter.
1st and 10 from inside their own 5. You got to take care of the ball, but there is room to take a shot here. Time to take a shot. He's got it down the left. Hit the afterburners, kid. Inside the 10. Touchdown, Gators. And once he got loose, it was all over. With that last one, he now has 40 career touchdown catches.
I mean, he's just been a playmaker. This guy, they feature him. He's been in the end zone that many times because they can feature him in so many ways. They find ways to get him the football because, Paul, he always makes plays.
And he's always open even when he's not. Throughout his career, think about it. Single cover, double cover, triple cover. You're still throwing him the ball because he's going to find a way to make it happen. 40 total catches. That is awesome.
Fielded in the end zone. It's 9. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. Here comes that Alabama offense. To say this has been a slow start is a bit of an understatement, and they really need to get it going here, Jesse.
That's right. The opponent, they're firing on all cylinders right out of the gate. Offensively, for this unit, they've been slow and struggling. They need an explosive play to wake themselves up.
Yeah, and it's just the first quarter, so it's not the end of the world. You've seen slow starts, but you got to continue to pick and pick and pick until you find that play or that scheme that you can use against this defense.
Didn't have much of a choice there, but to get rid of it. After the incompletion, it's 2nd and 10 from their own 25. Couldn't connect on 1st down, now back to the air. And here's a fumble way behind the line.
Man, those are so frustrating when you're a defense and you swarm to the football and you stick the quarterback and you make him cough it up just to have the other team recover it again and you don't get it. Still a good stick, still a good physical play. Keep hitting that quarterback.
Somebody needs to make a play here. It's 3rd and long from the 26. From the gun, wants to pass. And he feels the heat coming in and burns him up. Another sack. The Crimson Tide will bring the punt team on the field. He'll bring it back. It's Abrams. Slips through the line. Very little will make a crowd.
Stop, Brooklyn.
Like a
Stop.
Return, and he brought them to their feet on that one. The Gators sending the offense back to work. They torched this defense with an explosive passing play for a score last time out. Let's see if they
Stop,
can
Brooklyn.
right back at him. First down here for the offense. The receivers telling the quarterback what they see. They'll run the toss. You'll take this every time. 5 yards on the first down play.
Nice job there by the running back. They toss it to him, and he's able to kind of weave his way for a very good gain for this offense.
NBA players were so good. Stop, Brooklyn.
Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. Wide receiver shows motion. On 2nd down, he'll let it fly. And how about that DB getting a hand in there and forcing the incomplete pass?
Nice job in coverage there. Offense trying to take a shot downfield. The defender able to tip that one up in the air and force it incomplete.
From the gun, the running back looking for room. And they're able to get a 3rd down stop here. See if they go for it on 4th.
Man, the offense did not get enough. They got to understand the sticks. Maybe he should have thrown that on the RPO, right? It's tough. You got to read that really, really quickly. Now brings up a 4th down decision time for this offense.
On 4th down, trying to keep the drive alive with the run. They make the stop, and that's how the first quarter will end. We've come to the end of the quarter, and it's Florida on top. Really strong performance so far to be able to build a lead here in the first period as we look at the stats. Now to see if they can answer this early blitz here in the second quarter.
Stop.
He'll start the drive here with first down to open this period. They're going to test the right side with this one. Not much there on the line. He gets 1 to the 31.
The run game just has not been working for this offense all game long. You saw it on that last play as well. Just not getting enough push up front on the offensive line. They haven't been physical.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. He's looking to throw. A shot toward the end zone. And swatted down by the defense to stop the scoring opportunity.
Well, the game plan's been pretty simple offensively, right? They are taking shots and they're being aggressive throwing it down the field. This guy's already got 2 touchdown passes. We're still in the first half. And on that last one, he was looking for number 3.
And this one will be stopped for no gain.
And that's a gut punch, especially if you're the offensive coordinator, because that was sort of a foreign look, a pre-snap motion, a timing play, trying to get the receiver the football quickly. You're expecting to outflank the defense, but give the defense a ton of credit. They made the bigger play, and now they've set you up in a 4th down.
The Gators will go for it here on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. Complete out of the backfield, looking for the sticks. He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a 1st down for this offense. They were easily within field goal range there, but they don't feel like you can win this game 3 points at a time.
Nah, pass. I mean, you got to be aggressive. You got to get touchdowns, man. You've seen the emphasis. Defenses are willing to give up yards now to make you kick field goals. I like this offense being aggressive. Forget the 3s. We need 6s.
They'll leave it with him. Pushes and picks his way ahead for 6 yards. He's down at the 8.
I know the passing game sells. The passing game is exciting, but it's not exciting to get 5 or 6 yards of pop on the ground, but it will be very successful.
Going to work in the red zone. They can't pick up the 1st down without getting it into the end zone. The give to the running back from the shotgun. And he waltzes in for the score. Touchdown, Florida! They've extended the lead and taken control here in week 9. Precision blocking up front created the open lane, and the running back followed it beautifully.
Yeah, it's pretty easy to follow an offensive line that makes those holes. It just gives you a caravan all the way to the end zone. What an unbelievable job blocking up front.
And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. The Tide offense rolls onto the field. They just haven't been able to get anything going, and they'd better get started or it's going to get away from them, David.
Yeah, and these are the weeks that you really wish that you were playing a video game, and you could just reset the console, start over, Jesse, and make something better happen early.
They just look like they're sleepwalking in this 1st half, and it's not just one guy. They just haven't been playing collectively as a unit. And if I'm the head coach, I'm considering starting to give some other dudes some chances here.
And you've seen this formula work at all levels of football. You pressure the quarterback, his numbers start to drop. He's not as efficient. Nice job by the defense.
Ball's at the 29. Defense can taste getting off the field. It's 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. He's got it. He's loose. The 20. And he ran away from the defense to take it in. Touchdown Tide.
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge, and also the anticipation, the timing. To be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can run after the catch and get in the end zone, that was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. Listen, a lot of times touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
Florida has the ball back, and here comes the offense. This has been exactly the way you draw things up, David. The offense has really been moving the football.
And it's been great execution. They've done exactly what they've wanted to do. Build the lead. Now Palmer's a different animal. Now you got to protect him.
You can tell they were paying attention in practice this week in the film room because they have gone out, everybody right now on the same page.
Mr. Two-Bits would be proud. The Gators standing up and hollering for a 1st down.
Now, how does that cheer go?
Well, first you have to have the yellow shirt and lets it fly. And the pass hits, picked off. He goes out of bounds, but what a play to create a sudden change opportunity.
This guy is so comfortable in zone coverage. They're playing cover 2, and he's just back there roaming around in the middle of the field. He's so confident in his speed to break on the ball. As soon as he saw where the QB was trying to go with it, he put his heel in the ground, accelerated, and made the pick.
Nowhere to go, and the ball is loose. Defense just cradling that fumble and securing it. And he's brought down, and this defense gets the ball back for its own.
And the defense able to get pressure to the quarterback, and they've got everybody trying to swipe at the football. And the impact on the hit sometimes jars the ball loose. Great job with the pass rush, and a better job forcing a turnover.
And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces second down.
Say, well, that's a lightning fast decision. You could tell he knew what he wanted to do right away. Makes the decision, but maybe his footwork wasn't a little bit good, and the pass wasn't where he wanted to put that thing. I know that.
Right back up top on 2nd and 10. This time he's got his man. They go up top to get it down to the 5-yard line as they try to pay off this drive.
Well, we knew coming into this game, this offense was going to try and get this receiver involved and get him involved early. So here they are just finding an easy completion. It's not a touchdown, but they just want to get this guy lathered up and get him into a run.
This quarterback part of their running game. Touchdown, Gator! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. When you're handed a break with unbelievable field position like that, you better finish the deal, and they did.
You saw the quarterback jog on the field. I think he gave a high five to every one of those players coming off that just put them in position to go score that touchdown. That QB knew this was a golden opportunity, and boy, he took advantage of it.
And he knocks the extra point through the uprights. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. They already have the lead, and they apparently want more here in the first half, going for the onside kick. Looks as if the hands team will be able to recover the ball.
We're only in the first half, and I don't think anybody had onside kick in the second quarter on their bingo card. They were trying to catch the opponent off guard, but it didn't work. Now let's find out what this offense can do. You have got to make them pay for gambling.
Using his legs, it's Chambers. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
I don't like the play call. You're down this much against the best run defense in the entire country. You're just smashing your face against the wall. You're not going to get it done. To win this game, you're going to have to throw the ball to get back in.
On second down, they'll take to the air. And the defense gets to the quarterback. Gator fans love to see their teams light up the scoreboard, but they'll take the defense bringing the heat too.
And I think that was a staple, Reese. Back in the day, you had great offenses for Florida, but the teams that really had the most success and that reached the highest mountaintops, they had great defense to go with it. This defense playing well.
On 3rd and long, hoping to throw beyond the sticks. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. Alabama will bring the punt team on the field. 3 and out, and not much choice but to get rid of the ball. On the return, it's Abrams. He's got great speed. Found a little running room on that one. Picked up some nice blocks before he's run out of bounds. The Gators sending the offense back to work. They've got a little time here to put together a productive drive late in the half. He wastes no time and comes out throwing. On a little time, lets it go. It's on target and complete. Good, solid tackle. As we reach the 2-minute warning, they'll need to try to get a stop to keep this thing from getting out of hand. He wants to throw here on second down. It's complete to the right. Ball down at the 39-yard line, but he's got 15 yards on the play and a fresh set of downs.
Well, this defense is being challenged, and the secondary in particular. And I know a DB made the tackle there, but we're only in the second quarter, and already this quarterback has over 200 yards passing.
They'll throw it on first down. He looks that one in nicely. And the defense had that one well covered, just a short game there. The Gators want to move quickly. He's looking for an open man on second down. The sweet feet buy a little time. Trying to escape and get it himself. And not much doing there as that defense runs him out of bounds. The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half. They're facing a 3rd down. Quick pass on the jet motion. He couldn't find anywhere to go, and now it's 4th down.
And as an offense, you've got an unconventional call. You're trying to get your receiver the ball using pre-snap motion, but you've got to do a better job up front blocking. Couldn't get it done, and now it sets up 4th down.
Try to get the edge with a quick touch pass.
Okay.
Inside the 25. And into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Florida!
You know, quarterbacks and receivers, they develop confidence and chemistry as the game goes on. These two right now are definitely on the same page.
And with the extra point, they push the lead out a little further. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Terrific showdown this week, guys. Let's take a look at what's going on. Iowa is currently trailing, but if this young star leads a comeback today, he could join former Heisman winner Niall Kinnick among the legends to wear that uniform. They're trailing by just 4 to Michigan. Your boy KC has you covered here in studio, guys, in case anything changes in this one.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. A timeout is called as this offense tries to find a way to get more points on the board before the half. A little bit more to go after that last completion. They'll try to pick it up on 2nd down. Makes the grab on the left. Here's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the 1st half.
Nice job by the wide receiver getting open on that slant route against man coverage. He fakes like he's going to the outside. He's able to create some separation, cross his face, and then secures the catch.
It's 1st and 10 from the 38-yard line. He's going to pass. Caught over the middle. It's Hatchett. And he might be known for run fits, but that was a sure and heavy tackle on the tight end. They'll immediately call timeout.
Man, this tight end, he is like a receiver once he has the ball, isn't he? He's so elusive. He can make people miss. He's got some wiggle, and he's got some speed. This defense, they have their hands full trying to bring this guy down.
And that pass will be jarred loose on 2nd down. That brings up 3rd down. They're about to wear this punter out. He's already been out 4 times, staring at a 5th if they can't move the chains. Makes the catch. And the defense makes the immediate tackle, but he has enough for the 1st down. No huddle here for the offense. He'll come out throwing on 1st down. Not much of a chance there. He just had to get rid of it to avoid the sack. Let's see if they go back to the air after the incompletion. 2nd and 10 from the 48. He's looking to throw. Just had to get rid of that one. Good job to avoid the loss. Running out of time here in the 1st half. They're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. 3rd and long, and he'll try to throw for it. Didn't have much of a choice, just had to throw that one away. It'll be 4th down.
Every defense in the country talks about getting offenses in predictable 3rd and long situations where I can bring on more speedsters, and I know the pass is coming, so I can have more success.
He'll take a shot. Incomplete. They took a shot to wrap up the half and came up empty. 1st half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
All right, guys, you've been calling a magnificent game there in Gainesville so far. And we can't get very far into this halftime breakdown without talking about that stud linebacker. The kid's been everywhere all at once through 2 quarters. From clogging gaps to causing turnovers, he's been a one-man gang. Public enemy number 1 for that opposing sideline. And with that, let's send it back to our men in the swamp.
And the Gators will kick it away to start the 2nd half. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Here comes that Alabama offense. got blown out in the first half and now just desperate to find anything to generate momentum here in the third quarter.
It just starts with one play, though. You just need one thing to go right for this offense to start to build that momentum, and then that becomes infectious for the defense, for special teams. Everything can change. It just takes one play.
It really can, and it's so strange, and you can't quantify it, and I don't know how to describe it as a coach or as a player, but you got to make something happen, and it's got to start on this drive.
Oh, he drops it. That is a catch he makes 99 times out of 100, but it'll be third down. And you've already sent your punter out 4 times. At least he knows he's going to get his varsity letter, and his leg might get a bigger workout if they don't convert. Looking to throw on third. That pass not close as he got drilled trying to deliver it, and it'll bring up fourth down.
Well, after struggling so much in the first half, you thought they would have made some adjustments here at halftime to see if they can open up this passing game. But early on in the second half, they're just not really able to get that done. Incompletion on third down in your own end, you're expecting them to punt.
Looking for a block. It's Abrams. And they'll get him down after the return at the 27-yard line. Florida has the ball back, and here comes the offense. This offense has really been clicking in the game so far, Jesse.
No doubt. Everything their play caller is dialing up, these guys offensively have been able to go out and execute, David.
Yeah, and it's just maintaining the lead. Keep doing what you've been doing. You got a big lead. Let's just keep piling it on until they find an answer.
Well, the offense is trying to get a big-time playmaker the ball out in space quickly with the wide receiver screen, but the defense is having none of it.
And here comes the offense on second down. Pulls and fires complete to the right. At midfield, he's got room. And he's running in the open. Touchdown, Gator! And the stomping has commenced.
This offense looked unstoppable in the first half, lighting up the scoreboard, and it doesn't look much different here in the second half. They take their first drive of the third quarter, march it down the field, and score. There's no end in sight for these guys.
And the point after is good. About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown. He'll bring it out. It's Knight. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out in the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. The Tide offense rolls onto the field. Boy, 3 and out last time, David. They'd like to be more productive this time around.
Yeah, in the last drive, nothing really clicked. No rhythm. Got off the field really, really quickly. They need to put something together here, Palmer.
Yeah, David, bad execution on that last drive. So they got to take a collective breath and start playing like a unit on this one.
And a lot of times you want those big plays. You want those splash plays. But sometimes you're going to take some losses. You're not going to run the football overly well. But if you continue to run it, you can at least create some.
And that pass intercepted. Didn't get a ton on the return, but the most important thing, he got the ball, and they've got it at the 48. That's one of those throws. He tried to give it some touch, and as soon as it left his hand, you know he was thinking, no, please bring it back, bring it back.
As a quarterback, Grace, you've got to throw the ball with conviction. Generally, when you throw it harder, oftentimes you're a lot more accurate. All of a sudden now, you try to take something off, you're trying to throw the perfect spiral and cut the wind, and your accuracy goes down, and that was an example there. Errant throw on the interception.
They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
Yeah, and listen, the offense has had their way, and they've had so much success and so much production. But listen, at least the defense got a rep. You know, maybe this gets you a spark. Maybe this gets you some energy. Maybe we'll see a little bit more life from this defense.
Yeah, they may not win the game, but I think this defensive coaching staff at this point, based on how this game has gone, they're just trying to find things to build off of. Maybe that's something they can point to as they get ready for their next opponent, of things they did right and things that they got to do more consistently moving forward. You know, the defense, they just haven't been able to find an answer for this guy throughout the course of the game. Obviously, he's got 2 touchdowns, picks up the first down there. They've tried doubling him. They've tried man coverage, zone coverage. Nothing working on defense. They can't stop him.
Found a little running room, and they get him stopped after a pickup of 6 to the 32.
You want to talk about making it easy for an offensive coordinator. You pick up a bunch of yards on first down, make that second down really, really manageable. That's a great job by the offense.
Got 6 on first down. Now a lot of options on 2nd and 4. Brought down to the ground, but he has enough for the first down.
It's hard to stop great runners. It really is. That's why you run the football consistently. You got a big offensive line, a big physical unit. You run the football like this, man, it will take a toll later. But you got to tackle this guy over and over again who has this ability to make people miss and make big plays.
The Gators have this offense rolling. Here's the handoff.
And a nice job by the running back, finding space, getting downhill, making the good run. Great job finishing with his pads.
Now the quarterback changing the original play call. They can really be aggressive after that last play. It's 2nd and 3. Headed to the end zone. Touchdown, Florida! And the route is on.
This is a guy that put a lot of pressure on himself coming into this season. He felt like he was ready to have a breakout year. He knew he had all the tools in the toolbox to be able to get it done, and he's showing it. That's his 10th rushing touchdown on the season.
And with the extra point, the lead is even bigger. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
All right, guys, a little update on what else is happening in college football this weekend. Iowa is down right now inside Kinnick Stadium, but this young man under center has shown some moxie. We could see a legend born in Iowa City today. They're trailing by just 4 to Michigan. Just another week of college football where we've come to expect the unexpected. Bills?
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us.
And these defensive tackles just eat people. They swallow human beings when you get near them. They're so big, so strong. When those guys, those running backs come in, they just need a mid. They put one mid on a running back, and he usually falls to the ground just because of their sheer mass and strength.
He'll push his way out to the 38, pickup of 3. This is where you make the money on the drive. Ball at the 30, it's 3rd and short. From the gun, wants to pass. He's got an open man. Oh, look out, there he goes. What a play to get it inside the red zone, and they are set up at the 17.
Love the individual effort by the wide receiver after the catch, making people miss, showing you the speed. Now he set up his offense down in the red zone.
They just changed the dynamic of this possession in a heartbeat, and now it's 1st and 10 from inside the red zone. Breaks the tackle. They make the stop, but there is a flag on the field. We'll see what that's all about.
Hold it. Open.
They say you could call holding on every play.
No, it's not taking it back.
Well, they did on that one.
Hey, you kicking me. Stop. No, you feel you kicking me.
So after the penalty, a little extra ground to cover on 1st down. Now they'll run the draw. They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks.
Go in the office
And
and get my
oftentimes
shoes.
running backs love drop passes because there's less traffic in front of them. The offensive line is selling pass, the quarterback's selling pass. They don't get the handoff until the very last possible second, so the D-line's rushed away upfield, and now it's so much easier for these backs to find their holes and pick their lanes.
And watching this offense the past couple weeks, man, everything's hard. And they got to find a way to get some easier routes, some quicker throws, some higher percentage things because they're just not hitting at a high clip, and they got to find a way to make things easier and alleviate some pressure off their quarterback.
Another incompletion on 3rd down.
3rd and long situation. They try to go screen. I think they were hoping it was going to be a big zone and they could get those offensive linemen down the field, but the defense sniffed it out, forcing the incompletion.
Splits the uprights, it's good. And the field goal is good. They get 3 on the board, but it really doesn't matter much in terms of the deficit. The Gators sending the offense back to work. Line gets set, 1st down. They're going to throw it to start the drive. And it's an incomplete pass on the deep shot. But the flag is down.
Pass
Let's check the
interference.
call.
Defense.
The defender got a little desperate there. Grabbed, held, and the offense will take the penalty. A costly penalty for this defense gives them a 1st and 10. The give to the back. They'll pick up 4, 2nd and 6 coming.
Small gain, I know. But again, the defense knows he's going to run the football. He's willing to run the football, not just drop back and pass. Make him honor the run game. You got to do a lot of this.
He's got 93 yards on the ground, and he's been terrific all season, ranking in the top 10 in rushing.
Offensively, and you're going to take 4 to 6 every play? Yes, please. Sign me up for that. I'm going to take that every single time. Great job by the offense. Staying patient, staying true to who they are. You want to run the football. You want to be physical. You want to establish yourself. Check, check, check.
So will the beatdown continue, or is this a comeback for the ages in store? We'll see as we start the 4th. First down to start the drive after the break. He wants to throw. Missed receiver there. It's incomplete.
I'm a little bit surprised they're still throwing the football here this late in the game with this kind of lead. They're on 1st down, taking a shot, falls incomplete, but obviously they're still seeing matchups that they want to take advantage of in the back end of this defense, so they're letting it fly.
Wonder if they'll throw it again after the incompletion. 2nd and 10 from the 49. They could have used a little bit more there. Pick up a 3. It's 3rd and 7. They line up, and it is a long way to the sticks from here. Wide receiver coming across in motion. Touch pass on the jet sweep. He gets it to the 38-yard line, and they'll pick up a fresh set of downs.
Just went with something very easy, very reliable. Flip it forward, let your receiver do the rest. I only got to get a few yards. Nice job, nice execution. 1st down.
The Gators are moving quickly down the field. Wants to throw on 1st down. Zings it complete to the right. Touchdown Gators! And the pummeling has started. The lead gets bigger here in the 4th quarter, and their run continues, about to go 8-0.
Points, points, and more points. This offense has had their way. They just keep their foot on the gas, keep putting up points, keep putting up touchdowns. And you know what? This is one of those stats days. You look back and you're like, that guy had 12 touchdowns in the year. Well, 4 or 5 of them might have been in this game.
Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. Here comes that Alabama offense. Maybe they couldn't
It's
pay off
nasty,
that last drive with a touchdown.
Now, they moved the ball down
People
the
on
field
the
and
floor.
executed like they wanted to until they stalled out and had to settle for a field goal.
I think if you want to take the...
He's going to let it go. He's got it inside the 30. And a pickup of better than 30 yards on that completion before the defense brings him down.
The offense has struggled. They're not going to win this game, but trust me, this coaching staff is still trying to find things to build off of for next week. And after an explosive play like that, maybe they can generate just a little bit of momentum and gain a little bit of confidence that they can keep coaching up heading into their next game.
Second and 10 here. Off the bootleg to buy a little space. Fires to the right. And he dropped it. It looked for all the world like that would be a catch, and he just got too excited.
Well, a lot of things haven't gone right for him. You saw an incompletion right there. It's been offense, it's been defense. They just haven't been able to click and get into a rhythm here. And now they're playing catch-up, and you know they're going to be throwing at each and every play here in the 4th quarter. They want to just keep throwing it. And the quarterback is sacked.
There are penalty flags down, but this might be doubly bad for the offense. I think the penalty might be on them. This defense happy with how that last play turned out, so they'll decline the penalty. And for the second time tonight, they'll trot out the field goal kicker. He boomed it through, a 50-yard field goal showing off that powerful leg.
I know a lot of people are scratching their heads why they try to kick that field goal. You're in the fourth quarter. You're down a boatload of points. A field goal isn't going to do it. If you want to win this game, you need touchdowns. I would anticipate for every possession they get from here on out, man, you've got to be way more aggressive.
And as the ball makes its way into the end zone, it'll be a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. Florida has the ball back, and here comes the offense. Looking for a productive play on first down. The offense showing motion from the tight end, trying to get a read on the D. The receivers often will run their route based on a side adjustment. He's going for a big play downfield. And that will be incomplete. Man, that would have been a big hitter if they could have done it with second down coming. You have a big lead in the fourth quarter. When you do that, the only explanation for it is you're trying to send a message by sticking in another touchdown.
Yeah, in saying, listen, it's your job to stop us, and right now we're eating you alive. So I think, you know, there's some psychological warfare, right? There's some, I'm going to get in your head. There's some, I want to beat you on recruiting trail and in the future, and, you know, kind of take that and a little rub their nose in it.
Give him 109 yards on the ground, and he has his eyes fixed on leading the nation in rushing.
Man, this offense would really like to lean on this guy in the fourth quarter, right? They've got the lead, and you just saw his ability there, breaking a tackle. He looks like he's getting stronger as the game goes on. I'd expect him to get a few more carries here before this game's over.
They get him down after the scramble, but he's able to pick up a few and turn it into a positive play.
It's just so nice to have a QB under center nowadays in football. You can trust these guys. You put so much on their plate, and you tell them, go get positive yards when it's there. And a lot of these guys are such great athletes, they do it with ease.
Quickly complete. There to make the tackle, but the big throw is good enough to give them a first down. They showed great trust in their quarterback right there, and why not? He's had an outstanding game.
The outstanding game has taken care of the football. Now, late in the game, you got the lead. That first down now tells me now it's time to start running the football, run the clock, get out of here with the dub.
They keep it on the ground. Clock is their friend. A most efficient pickup of 6 on first down. It's 2nd and 4.
Yeah, this coaching staff, they're getting this offensive line lathered up and into a rhythm. Now they're letting them drive off the ball on first down on these running plays, and they're getting chunks of yardage.
6-yard pickup on first down leaves them with 2nd and 4. A little pre-snap eye candy for the defense. Now the toss. 1-step wrap, 2-step squeeze. This junior knows how to get him on the ground. Ball at the 38. The defense will try to get a stop on 3rd and short. To the ground to try to pick up the first. Really nice job to convert that 3rd down, and they've got it at the 33.
This guy's been special today. Coming into this one, they thought they had an opportunity really to get him going, running the football, and he has delivered. You've seen the speed, the vision, his ability to break tackles. Well over 100 rushing yards in this game, and that's why they have a nice lead here late.
And the Gators have it with a 1st and 10. Here we go. They'll give it to him again. They get him stopped after a pickup of 5 to the 28.
I like it. Just frustrate the defense. Get that 5 to 6 yards. Make them honor the run. Make them know that you're willing to run the football and run it effectively.
We've reached the 2-minute warning, and this offense is that much closer to salting away a victory. They've put this ball on lockdown. 8th play of the drive coming up. Fast motion from the offense. Quarterback quick pass to the receiver. And they'll stop him after a minimal pickup.
Well, and on these little push passes, timing is so important. You're trying to snap it right as he's getting a full head of steam. When he gets the ball, he's hitting the outside, and David, it puts the defense in such a difficult spot.
You immediately have to be rotating when you see that motion, so everybody's got to communicate and kind of bump over. That's why offenses love to run it. It makes the defense communicate and see if you can just get him out of a spot.
They've converted every time on 4th down. 3 for 3 so far. They'll go for 4. He will not get there. They'll turn it over on downs, and that leaves the door open. The Tide offense rolls onto the field. This one has pretty much been a bludgeoning, but they'll try to finish with something positive late.
Well, they ran into a buzzsaw today.
And the Heat will get home, and the quarterback goes down at the 17.
And man, is that just indictment of the day. Your quarterback getting drilled late in the football game. This offense is sputtered. They haven't found any kind of good rhythm. They haven't done things that really gives your coach confidence and makes you want to believe in them. This offense has a lot of work to do before their next football game. And listen, the defense playing really conservative, right? You got the lead, but here's what I'm trying to do. I'm trying to get sacks. I got to get to the quarterback. I got to make sure I'm getting him, knocking him off the spot. Padding my stats, by the way. Got a lot of sacks late in games when we had a big lead, but that's okay. That's what you're supposed to do. Keep competing, defense.
When you know you have a team outclassed, the ability to play to that standard and finish with a blowout like this is really impressive.
And it's almost like playing against yourself, right? You know you're better. You know you're going to win the football game, but how do I continue to still execute? This was so easy. Great execution. Just beat down in every facet.
I think as a player, you just love being in such great rhythm, and we saw that right from the get-go in this game. Offense just able to matriculate the ball down the field. Defense was not giving anything up. What a great game plan coming in, and this was just total domination.
That's going to do it for us. For Jesse Palmer, David Pollack, our entire broadcast team, I'm Reese Davis. This has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.